Religious cults have always been a topic of fascination and concern, and they are often portrayed in various comic books. The DC Universe is no exception, with many cults appearing throughout its stories. These cults often use faith or other belief systems to manipulate their followers, with charismatic leaders at the helm. They may have sinister agendas seeking power or control, or they may be focused on spreading their message to the masses. Whether in fiction or reality, cults raise important questions about the role of faith and the dangers of extremism. In the DC Universe, they add an element of danger and intrigue to the already complex world of superheroes and villains. Would you dare to know more about these messiahs of the dark? Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you, and let's begin. The Church of Blood. Deep within the shadows of international affairs lies a malevolent cult known as the Church of Blood. For centuries, the cult has been shrouded in secrecy and controlled by the infamous Brother Bloods, a long line of ruthless leaders, each continuing their predecessors' twisted legacy. The Church of Blood has manipulated its followers into carrying out their heinous deeds, using violence and terror as their tools of control. But their reign of terror came to a screeching halt when the Teen Titans uncovered their true nature and exposed their dark agenda to the world. Legend has it that the origins of the Church of Blood are steeped in blood and betrayal. It all began in the tiny European country of Zandia in the year 1202 during the Fourth Crusade. As Christian knights descended upon the land, they unleashed a wave of pillage and massacre, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. But the people of Zandia were not so easily vanquished. Led by an unnamed priest, they fought back against the invaders with fierce determination, driving the Crusaders from their land. Yet victory came at a terrible price. The streets were littered with the blood of the fallen, the screams of the dying still echoing in the air. It was then the priest made a grisly decision. He ordered the pit in his church to be filled with the blood of the slain crusaders, a macabre tribute to the fallen. And so it was that a year later, the priest himself bathed in the pit of blood, claiming that it gave him strength and immortality. Thus was born the first Brother Blood, founder of the Church of Blood. His legacy would be one of terror and fanaticism as he built a cult that worshipped him as a living god. Even now, whispers of his dark deeds and mysterious powers continue to haunt those who dare to delve into the shadowy history of the Church of Blood. Cobra Cult. Beware the cult of the Cobra, a shadowy group of snake worshippers who worship the ancient deity Kali Yuga. Led by the enigmatic figure known only as Cobra, they are a cult like no other, twisted, fanatical, and utterly ruthless. Their obsession with serpents knows no bounds. From the fangs of their uniforms to the venom coursing through their veins, they have embraced the snake as a symbol of power and superiority. But it's not just symbolism. The cult has been known to employ genetic enhancements, imbuing their bodies with the deadly traits of their reptilian idols. Deep in the hidden corners of the world, an ancient cult lurked in the shadows, waiting for one who would lead them to greatness. And so it was that they found their chosen one of a pair of twins, born under a prophecy of dark destiny. Without hesitation, the cult took the chosen twin Jeffrey Burr to be raised as their own. He grew to become a fearsome warrior and a mastermind of the crime, earning the title of Naga Naga as he took control of the organization. But Cobra's ambitions were far greater than mere wealth and power. With cutting-edge science at their disposal, they sought to bring about the Kali Yuga, the Age of Chaos, in which the world would be reborn into a better, more perfect version. Standing in their way was an international peacekeeping agency determined to stop Cobra at any cost. To aid them in their fight, they recruited Jason Burr, Jeffrey's long-lost twin and the only one with a psychic connection to his brother. The Cobra organization has continued to thrive and attract new converts. In the world of DC Comics, even hardened criminals like Slipknot have been known to turn to the cult of Cobra, much to the disgust of other supervillains. But Cobra's reach extends far beyond. Like Ra's al Ghul, they possess a network of secret Lazarus pits capable of granting immortality to those deemed worthy. And within the organization itself, there are many specialized subsections, each with its own unique agenda and methods. One such group is the Blackadders, a deadly band of ninja-like warriors who are feared by their enemies. Cobra's most notorious program, however, is their metahuman research and recruitment initiative. This initiative has given rise to two versions of Strikeforce Cobra, a team of elite soldiers augmented with powerful abilities and tasked with carrying out Cobra's most dangerous missions. As Cobra continues to grow in power and influence, it remains to be seen what new horrors they will unleash upon the world and who will be brave enough to stand against them. The League of Assassins. The League of Assassins, also known as the Society of Shadows and the Society of Assassins, is a dark and mysterious organization that has plagued the DC Universe for years. Led by the enigmatic Ra's al Ghul, they are a cult-like group of highly skilled assassins and ruthless killers who stop at nothing to achieve their goals. Operating across the globe, the League of Assassins has become infamous for its acts of terror and violence. They have clashed with some of the world's most powerful superheroes, including Batman, and have left a trail of death and destruction in their wake. In the shadows of history, a dark and secret organization was born. A split from the ancient order of assassins, the League of Assassins has claimed responsibility for some of the most heinous acts of destruction and chaos throughout history. Their followers boast of toppling great civilizations from Baghdad to Moscow to Rome in a lineage that spans generations. Unlike their predecessors who sought to bring peace to a world ravaged by conflict and war, the League of Assassins is driven by a far more sinister purpose. For them, the destruction of civilization is not a tragedy, but a necessary step in a greater plan. They see themselves as the agents of change, the catalysts for a new world order that will rise from the ashes of the old. Founded by Ra's al Ghul himself, the League operates under the guise of being the fang that protects the head, doing whatever it takes to achieve their goals. Their members are some of the most dangerous assassins in the world, feared for their skill and loyalty. Yet this loyalty comes with a steep price. Failure is not an option, and any member who fails in an assassination becomes the target of the League. Even the renowned Merlin, a master archer and one of their best assassins, fled in fear for his life after failing to assassinate the Dark Knight. However, rumors suggest that the League may have softened its stance on failure in recent times, making them even more unpredictable and dangerous. Children of Dionysus. The Children of Dionysus is a sinister and mysterious cult that has recently surfaced in the dark and twisted alleys of Gotham City. They worship a chaotic deity known only as the Chaos Monster, and their rituals involve unspeakable acts of pain and suffering in the name of enlightenment. As Robin put it, they're not in it for the money or power. They just want to watch the world burn. Their recruitment tactics are particularly insidious, targeting vulnerable teenagers who are drawn in by the promise of power and purpose. Once ensnared, they are subjected to a series of harrowing trials meant to test their loyalty and resilience. But the true horror of the Children of Dionysus becomes clear when they kidnap Bernard Dowd, an old friend of Tim Drake, also known as Robin. The cultists plan to use him as a human sacrifice, believing it would appease their dark master and bring about a new era of chaos. Robin, however, was not about to let that happen. With his courage and quick thinking, he managed to infiltrate the cult's lair and rescue Bernard from certain doom. Order of St. Dumas. Deep in the shadows of history lies the Order of St. Dumas, a forgotten faction of the Knights Templar. Long ago, they walked alongside the Templars, fighting in the Crusades for the Holy Land. But then, something went awry, and the Order of St. Dumas left the Templars, severing ties before the Templars met their tragic end. The splinter group turned their devotion to a figure known as St. Dumas, a controversial character who, according to Oracle, was never actually canonized. Centuries ago, during the Crusades, a group of knights stumbled upon a battle between two cosmic entities, one of which lost a powerful object in the clash. Believing it to be a divine gift, they formed the Order of St. Dumas and used the object, a mother box, to create an abomination named after the biblical adversary, Satan. But their experimentation didn't end there. They continued their twisted research, developing the system, a means of brainwashing and conditioning their members into becoming ruthless enforcers of their warped beliefs. Even after the loss of Brother Ebner, the Order continued to develop their dark methods, producing champions like Azrael and the man known as Dumas. When Azrael first meets Batman, he is determined to follow his master's orders. However, his perception changed after he chose to save a kidnapped Batman instead of seeking revenge. He realized that there must be a better way, and he sought Batman's help to break free of his condition. After Bane paralyzed Bruce, he passed on the mantle of the Bat to Jean-Paul Valley, also known as Azrael. Unfortunately, Azrael's methods were much more brutal, and he veered away from Batman's code. This eventually led to Bruce reclaiming his identity from Azrael, who willingly surrendered it after coming out of his conditioning. But like all evil organizations, the Order of St. Dumas was not completely destroyed. One group was taken over by Sister Leahy, who became power-hungry and tried to re-establish the Order's dominance. Another group, the Order of Purity, tried to recreate the Azrael program by forging the Suit of Sorrows, an outfit made from the armor of violent crusaders. The system even formed its own consciousness as Ascalon and attempted to take over Azrael's body. Now, Jean-Paul has joined the Justice League Odyssey, a team of spacefaring heroes investigating the mysteries of the broken source wall and the lead-up to Dark Knight's death metal. But as he embarks on his new journey, one can only wonder what other horrors the Order of St. Dumas has in store for him. Religion of crime. It is not your ordinary faith. It is a secret society that worships and celebrates criminal activities, with murder, robbery, and sexual assault being among its endorsed practices. Renee Montoya's Question and Batwoman have had their fair share of run-ins with these recurring foes. The religion of crime, aka the Dark Faith, is an ancient cult that follows the teachings of the Bible of crime. This sacred text features Cain, also known as the First, who is its main character and is separated into various books, such as the Gospel of Moriarty and the Book of Curtain. The latter affair is named after the notorious serial killer from Germany, Peter Kürten, who drank the blood of his victims. The Crime Bible also contains the 4 teachings of blood, which serve as a twisted version of the 10 Commandments, with teachings revolving around greed, deceit, lust, and murder. According to Montoya's research, there are only 3 complete copies of the Crime Bible known to exist. This faith is most commonly practiced by the crime syndicate of Intergang, an organization based in Metropolis that worked for the New God warlord Darkseid. There is a belief that Darkseid of the planet Apocalypse has a hand in the discovery of the Crime Bible, given their connection to Intergang and the references to the New Gods in the Trial of Blood. It's a dark and twisted world that the religion of crime inhabits, and those who cross their path must tread carefully. Order of the Cross. The Order of the Cross is a secret faction operating within the Catholic Church, comprising influential figures in politics and the military, as well as superheroes. For centuries, the Order of the Cross has been entrusted with the protection and prosperity of the Catholic Church. The order was founded on the day of Jesus Christ's crucifixion. While the apostles began preaching the gospel, a group of Christ's more militant followers came together to avenge their leader's death. The brothers suspected that the Sanhedrin, the council of religious leaders who had convicted Christ, may have been influenced by the devil. They soon discovered that the head of the council was actually possessed by the Black Angel of Hell. The Black Angel planned to imprison Christ's body in hell, which would trigger a final conflict that would destroy humanity. Before this could happen, a brother armed with the Sword of Heaven engaged with the Black Angel in a fierce battle, enabling Christ to rise again on Easter. Although the Black Angel was too powerful to be defeated, the brother managed to seal him away in a tomb near the border of Iraq, with a broken sword of heaven still lodged in his body. The victorious brother was also mortally wounded in the battle, but was miraculously healed after drinking from the Holy Grail. This battle led to the formation of the Order of the Cross, whose mission is to fight against the forces of darkness and to heal the sick and wounded. In the early days of the church, it was constantly under attack from both physical and spiritual adversaries. To protect the church from these threats, the Order of the Cross was established in secrecy. They expanded the Black Angel's tomb, known as Purgatory, to hold not just supernatural enemies, but also mortal ones. As time went on, the order grew and attracted influential figures from the political and military spheres. However, they lost their way and strayed from their original mission. But in 1995, the discovery of the Book of Judgment and the Dead Sea Scrolls compelled the order to refocus on its purpose. The brothers learned of the prophesied return of the Black Angel on Judgment Day and withdrew from the outside world to prepare for the final battle against darkness. Green Dragon Society. The Green Dragon Society was a secretive doomsday cult founded by the enigmatic Guru Chud. According to his prophecies, a catastrophic event known as the Great Destroyer would one day arrive from the skies and trigger an apocalyptic cleansing of the world. Guru Chud was able to attract a tight-knit group of 5 devoted disciples who he taught a ritual that could supposedly bring about the end of the world by summoning a great destroyer from the heavens. Sadly, the guru died before the ritual could be perfected, but his followers continued to venerate him, even keeping his body on display. However, doubt crept in among some of his followers when their efforts to complete the ritual proved futile. In their desperation, the brothers prayed for a sign that would rekindle their faith, and it arrived in an unexpected form, a mysterious knock on their door. Jason Blood, a man with a troubled past, knocked on the door of the Green Dragon Society, seeking guidance to recover his lost memories. He had been turned away by other spiritual leaders due to the darkness that clung to his soul. However, the brothers of the Green Dragon Society welcomed him with open arms, hoping to use his powers to expedite the arrival of the Great Destroyer. Brother Wu taught Blood the art of meditation, and while he sought to find peace within himself, the brothers had their own sinister motives. As Blood meditated, the Green Dragon Society attempted to summon the Great Destroyer. They drew energy from Blood, hoping to expedite the process. This time, they succeeded in opening a portal in the sky, and out emerged the Destroyer, who turned out to be none other than Lobo, a notorious intergalactic bounty hunter. Furious about being dragged to Earth, Lobo demanded an explanation from the society and discovered the body of their revered leader, Guru Chud, lying on the floor. To their surprise, Lobo recognized Chud as a con man from his home planet who created religions to manipulate people for his own benefit. After searching Chud's corpse, Lobo found a damaged communicator and deduced that Chud taught the society the summoning ritual as a means to get him off the planet. When the brothers asked if Lobo will bring about the apocalypse, he agrees to help them by stealing an atomic bomb as a fitting memorial to his old drinking buddy. Blood, however, overheard their plan and attempted to stop Lobo, but was easily overpowered. In a last-ditch effort to save the world, Blood unleashed the demon to confront the alien threat. As Clarion, the witch boy, intervened, Lobo's destructive plan came to a halt. With the world saved and Guru Chud exposed as a con man, the brothers tossed his body off the temple unceremoniously. No longer wanting to stay at the fraudulent sanctuary, they decided to search for a new guru in Delhi who taught tantric yoga and began their descent down the mountain. Cult of Yuga Khan. The Cult of Yuga Khan is a small yet dangerous faction whose aim is to bring back the Yuga Khan's reign, with their leader Lord Agog as its embodiment. Their main target is Dreamer Beautiful, as they want to acquire the anti-life equation from her, making them the arch nemesis of the Forever People. This cult regards the Yuga Khan as a divine entity and believes that the anti-life equation holds the power to spread its message throughout the universe. According to Lord Agog, modern ways are corrupt and false, and their promises of change and success are meaningless. This belief system challenges the rule of Darkseid and Highfather, which they refer to as the New Ways. It is important to note that Yuga Khan is the father of Lord Agog and the inspiration behind the cult's principles. Lord Agog is a ruthless leader who doesn't hesitate to order the execution of those who refuse to join his cult, like Mark Moonrider. The cult of Yuga Khan is infamous for their enforcement of religious doctrine carried out by their all-female enforcers, the Femme Fatales, who are responsible for the death of Moonrider. As Lord Agog is convinced that he embodies the spirit of the Yuga Khan, he has no doubt that he will be the new ruler once the cult acquires the anti-life equation. Conclusion. In the vast and intricate world of the DC Comics universe, faith and cult following play a significant role. From ancient gods and mythological creatures to modern-day cults and religious orders, the DC Comics universe is a fascinating reflection of the diversity of human beliefs and practices. Whether it's the ancient Egyptian gods of Kandak, the mystical teachings of the Green Dragon Society, or the fanatical worship of the Yuga Khan, the religious orders and cults in the DC Comics universe offer a unique insight into the condition and the ways in which people seek meaning and purpose in their lives. So while their beliefs and practices may differ vastly, one thing is clear: faith and spirituality will continue to play a significant role in the DC Comics universe for years to come. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks everyone.